Battlefield 6 Open Beta is officially over here on August 10th. Should be available again next weekend from the 14th to the 17th. At least that is what DICE says. But today we're going to be talking about how Battlefield 6, through an open beta, was able to get more all-time peak player counts than Black Ops 6, which was a full game. Alright, listen in on this. So, Black Ops 6, when it came out, had a max player count, according to Steam, of 491,670 players. All-time peak player count. The Battlefield 6 Open Beta has 521,079. That is insane for a Battlefield game to have more all-time peak player count than a Call of Duty game. I don't think that has ever happened since I've been playing Battlefield for forever now. Keep in mind, I've been playing since Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, 4, 5, 1, and 2042, and now Battlefield 6. So in all my time that I've been playing Call of Duty and Battlefield, Call of Duty has held the player count, scoreboard. They've been ranked number 1 in player count, which honestly has been kind of insane, if you ask me. But that just goes to show that I believe EA, DICE, Battlefield Studios has a very, very solid game on their hands. I think this is going to be one of the best Battlefield games to ever grace the Battlefield community altogether. It's, at least from the beta, it's very polished, the gunplay's solid, the maps are good, the feel is there, the Battlefield feel is there. We feel like we're playing a Battlefield game again. And at least personally, I don't feel like I'm playing a sort of half-ass Battlefield game that was 2042 when they try to do too much and make issues. Gameplay wasn't good, the gun felt weird, the movement felt weird, the maps were odd. The game was just very clunky to me and very odd. Again, that was just my personal opinion. I was very hyped for 2042, but I'm more hyped for this than I've ever been for a game. But the high player count is good for Battlefield. It's obviously bad for Call of Duty. I just hope that DICE and EA and Battlefield Studios don't lean towards the streamers and listen to what they really say, like, oh, do this, do that, and then end up changing the core game. Hope the core gameplay stays the same. What they have, I think the formula is fantastic. But it's just phenomenal that Battlefield has surpassed Call of Duty in player count. Again, I think this is majority of the Call of Duty players trying out Battlefield 6 because they're tired of Black Ops 6. And they do not want to get on Black Ops 7, which was just announced a couple months ago. And Black Ops 6 is still relevant, so to speak, for a Call of Duty game. Crazy work to even think about. And like I said, this has never happened before, where a Battlefield game has overtaken a Call of Duty game in player count. And I think the beta is just a good launch pad for DICE to figure out what people want to hear and fix any issues that come on to the game so that that player count can increase. Because they said that they want 100 million players, which I think is a little far-fetched, if you ask me. I don't think they're going to get 100 million players. I think they're going to get 2 million max, maybe 1 million max. But that we have to wait and see for the Battle Royale mode whenever that gets released. And then we get to see what they have planned for future content, things like that. And I really think that this is going to be a good year for Battlefield. And Battlefield games don't come out every year. They come out once every 2-3 years. So if they have a good game on their hands, we're going to be in good for a little bit. Us Battlefield fans. But to kind of pivot from that to another topic that I wanted to touch on is the pros and cons of the Battlefield 6 beta, at least in my opinion. So I'm just going to start listing them off. No script, just straight free ball. Pros. Again, this is my opinion. Battlefield 6 beta is solid. Gameplay is solid. The maps are very good. The guns are fantastic. Feels like every gun is viable. You could use majority of the guns and not feel handicapped. There are some guns that stand out. The SMGs, the shotgun. The shotgun stands out as an issue because the shotgun's very, very strong. The M4A1 with certain attachments has very low recoil, and DICE and EA have confirmed that they are going to rework the recoil for the guns, and then they are going to rework the shotgun because it's just too strong. Some people are saying on my TikTok and YouTube shorts that this is how a shotgun is supposed to work. It's a video game. It's not supposed to be that powerful at a little bit further ranges than normal. Granted, in close quarters, a shotgun is king. You aim a little bit on the enemy, pull the trigger, boom, gone. But again, that's close range. Most of the kills that I'm getting and the way that I die is further than close range. Next is requiring secure boot. I have a feeling that's going to interfere with other games. For example, for Black Ops 7 and Warzone. Warzone is still free. I might not get Black Ops 7. But what I want to get at is the EA anti-cheat might interfere with Black Ops 7 Warzone. Other games you have installed on your computer. If you're on console, you really don't have to worry about that. Good thing, a pro on this, kind of flipping back and forth, a pro on this is the optimization is fantastic. You really don't need that good of a PC to run Battlefield 6, even on low settings. A 2060 Super is minimum. I feel like majority of people have that, and if they don't, they can lower the settings and still achieve 60 FPS on a 1080p monitor. You don't need crazy specs to play Battlefield 6, which is great. Super good. I really enjoy it. I'm playing on a 3080 Ti, and it runs flawlessly with no upscaling, high settings. It runs great. I have no issues. The maps are good. Granted, the maps we're playing are small for a Battlefield game. I think this is Iberian Peninsula. This is the biggest map that we have, and this plays the closest to a Battlefield map of the ones that we have available. Siege of Cairo, the one in Egypt. And this is not Iberian Peninsula. This is another map. Brain fart. But regardless, this map plays like a Battlefield map. There's jets, there's tanks, there's helicopters, as you see here. There's bunch of stuff that is viable that you could use, which is great. It makes you really feel like a Battlefield player. The game modes that I played, I've strictly played Conquest. I've strictly been playing Conquest, no King of the Hill. I played Breakthrough, but Breakthrough is weird. It's not my game mode. It kind of plays like a Rush game mode, so to speak, kind of, but it's not fully a Rush game mode. I hope they bring Rush back for the second week of the beta, and I hope they add the map in New York. That would be fantastic. I would be so happy about that if they brought that into the second weekend of the beta, because I want to see that map. But the maps are good. The gunplay is solid. Every class feels like it's worth using. Engineer, as you see here, the medic, support, and recon. Recon is somewhat of a crutch on this map because everybody can just get on the mountains. You see the sniper glints on my left, or my right, excuse me. That's why I went prone there, to prevent my head from getting blown off. But every Battlefield game has their sniper perches, things like that. And in this beta, they have the spawn beacon. I think DICE did really good in removing the spawn beacon for the recons, because solo recon players love to just perch up on there and wait for people to shoot them with the snipers, with the spawn beacon. But very entertaining, the beta. Sad that it's over, but I'm glad I got to play it from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and a little bit today. But I'm glad that I was able to play it, enjoy it. I'm hyped for weekend 2, and I'm more ecstatic for the full release of the game Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe for future Battlefield 6 content coming your way. Whether that be open beta content after the open beta is done, full game release content, shorts, TikToks, whatever have you. I'll catch you guys in the next one.